Do not assume every Bigfoot video online is just AI. When a hunter like Bram Oaks shoots at something huge in the Cascade and ends up being hunted for hours, when a massive figure stands in the middle of an Appalachian river staring straight into the camera, and when a trail cam in Ohio captures what looks like a Bigfoot mother protecting her young, this stops being internet rumor. Right now, let's look at the Bigfoot moments so real that no AI could ever fake them. This is the encounter that convinced many people Bigfoot might be real and smarter than we think. In 2017, hunter Bram Oaks accidentally hit a massive upright figure in the Cascade forest. Within seconds, he was no longer the hunter. Bigfoot followed him for hours, used tree knocks to communicate, threw boulders the size of basketballs, and matched his pace to push him deeper into the woods. When Bram found 18-inch footprints with a 6-foot stride, he knew this was something far beyond normal wildlife. Even a direct shot to its chest did not stop it. At the end of the chase, 3 to 5 individuals appeared, blocking the trail and pointing for Bram to leave. If Bigfoot wanted him gone forever, it could have ended him easily. But it let him go. And that is what makes this story terrifying. This video was said to be filmed at a remote river in the Appalachian region. At first, the group thought they were looking at a fisherman, but as their boat got closer, they realized the figure in the water was not human. The creature stood over 7 feet tall, covered in reddish-brown hair, with long arms hanging almost to its knees. It stood perfectly steady in the shallow water, as if patrolling its territory. When it finally turned, it stared directly into the camera, completely calm. Viewers pointed out something obvious. No person stands that still in a flowing river. The movement, posture, and proportions all seemed too natural to be someone in a suit. No parent expects a sunny afternoon of filming their kids to turn into a moment of pure terror. 2 children were running through a field, just a few steps from their mother. Then, from behind the tree line, a towering figure stepped out. In that instant, her instincts kicked in. She screamed for the kids to run back toward her.
Run to me now!
The panic in her voice felt too real to be staged, and the clip shook the entire community. Some researchers believe Bigfoot is more likely to appear near children because they're small, unpredictable, and less threatening. Next is a trail cam video said to be recorded on the edge of Salt Fork, Ohio. It shows a massive dark-furred creature standing behind a bush, with a smaller figure staying close in front as if being protected. When zoomed in, the face becomes clear. Bright, reflective eyes, a wide, primate-like nose, and thick fur around the chest and shoulders. The most shocking part is the movement. Both figures lean, pause, and scan their surroundings exactly like an adult guarding its young. Comments exploded. That's not a gorilla. The little one clings just like the old Appalachian footage. Many still question CGI, but cryptid enthusiasts insist the posture and proportions look too natural to fake. If real, this could be rare proof that Bigfoot travels in family groups. In the incident where a hunter named Brain was attacked by a creature, he was already injured from a bullet wound when he accidentally captured the dangerous moment in a close-up shot. Many believe this could be the final footage he ever recorded, revealing chilling details about a wild encounter and questions that have never been answered. The clip was reportedly filmed in a forest near the Ohio River, right along the Appalachian Range. In the frame, a tall, dark, hairy figure stands half hidden behind the brush. When it tilts its head, the face becomes clear. Deep-set eyes like hollow rock, a wide, flat nose, tangled facial hair, and a corner of the mouth lifting as if it was letting out a low growl. Have you ever watched an old video that feels too real to ignore? In 2001, while hiking deep in the woods, Hudge Huffman captured something that shook the Bigfoot community for years. Between the trees, a huge fur-covered figure walked with a smooth, natural motion. Nothing like a costume, nothing like any known animal. Experts tried debunking it, calling it edited or staged. Yet none of them could fully explain what it actually was. If it wasn't an animal, then what exactly walked through that forest? The video spread rapidly after viewers described it as a rare close-up taken in real danger. Many believe this is one of the most convincing pieces of Bigfoot evidence in years. Not a video, not a shadow, an entire body. A man claimed his father found and froze a young Bigfoot in 1953. It was so big they had to cut it apart just to move it, he said. The specimen, over 6 feet tall, was dried out after 65 years in a freezer. A severed foot stored separately matched the body perfectly. He described powerful muscles, a dried face with a strange, frozen half smile, and thick hair across the body. DNA tests? Listed as unknown origin. His shocking theory: Bigfoot might be a type of biological creation, possibly linked to extraterrestrials, explaining why no one finds their bones. To him, this wasn't legend, it was evidence. Security cameras usually catch stray animals or trespassers, but not this. In a remote forest property, a family's night vision cam recorded a massive dark figure sprinting through their yard. Seconds later, the shape faded and disappeared as if swallowed by the dark. Maybe it was a sensor glitch, but the uneasy feeling lingered. And the family just wants one answer. What stood outside their home that night? Anyone who camps knows the chilling sensation of being watched. A man in northern Michigan experienced exactly that. While gathering firewood, he noticed strange eyes staring at him. He snapped a few photos before panic sent him running. The figure he captured looked human-shaped, but covered in tangled hair, with a flat nose and thick brow, almost like an ancient primate. When he returned, it was gone. Yet the photos he took became one of the most discussed sightings in the region. Subscribe to the channel and get ready for even clearer Bigfoot evidence coming up next. Sometimes you don't need a video. Just 3 photos are enough to shake the entire Bigfoot community. This set came from a hidden trail cam deep in the woods. In the first frame, you only see a dark shape peeking from behind a tree, almost like it's watching. In the second frame, the creature steps forward, revealing its head, massive shoulders, and oversized human-like arms. And the final frame is the one that makes everyone freeze. It's standing fully exposed, tall, muscular, exactly like the classic descriptions of Bigfoot. The owner says the area is so remote almost no one could walk by. That's why he refuses to reveal the location. He doesn't want Bigfoot hunters swarming the forest. Sometimes you just want to enjoy the mountain view, and instead, you see something far beyond human. A man hiking in the Peruvian Andes filmed a towering figure on a rock face. From far away, it looked human, but the size was impossible. Zooming in, the shape became clearer. A massive upright figure taking heavy steps, moving across the slope like the terrain meant nothing. The boulders around it looked tiny by comparison. Many viewers believe he captured something extremely rare, a true giant walking among Peru's peaks. What was supposed to be a normal camping night became a moment none of them forgot. In June 2015, a group of friends filmed the quiet nighttime forest, and something shot past the trees. A dark shape moved so fast it was only visible frame by frame. The video quality was bad, but the feeling wasn't. It looked like someone, or something, was watching them. Nobody knows what it was, but that single blur was enough to make the group pack up and leave immediately. For YouTuber The Woods Master, it all started with a distant shadow. He climbed higher for a better angle, and the figure appeared again between the trees. Its movement was smooth and powerful, freezing the entire group. When they zoomed in, no one could agree. Is that a shadow or a creature? The man behind the camera said he filmed a Bigfoot on the opposite hill back in 2013. Could this be the same one? If you want some of the most believable Bigfoot evidence, Oklahoma is always the place that gives people chills. This time, the Oklahoma Adventures team pushed deep into a forest known for strange sightings. They heard something heavy dragging across the ground, like someone pulling a whole log. Then they found scattered bones and unusually large footprints. That didn't match any known animal. And moments later, their camera captured something even more terrifying. A giant dark figure standing between the trees, towering in the distance while the group had no idea. That night, their trail cam caught the creature again, this time quietly stalking a deer. A true predator, and the only proof of their encounter. If you think camping near a brewery is safe, you probably haven't seen this clip. Late at night, a security camera recorded a tall figure standing at the edge of the frame for just a few seconds before fading into the darkness. The next morning, staff reviewed the footage, and no one could explain what they saw. Some said it was a lost hiker, but many disagreed because the proportions were too large and the movement far too silent. To this day, the shadow remains unidentified, and many believe Bigfoot often wanders near places with food, trash, or strong smells, easy feeding grounds. Some people say Bigfoot lives alone, but this clip tells another story. While collecting firewood near a barn, a man spotted a dark figure standing completely still between the trees. When he zoomed in, his heart stopped. The shape was tall, with arms far longer than any human. The creature immediately hid behind a tree, watching him back. Then suddenly, a second smaller figure stepped out beside it. Both slipped silently into the forest, the larger one glancing back once before disappearing. Viewers argue endlessly, but everyone agrees. The posture, the arms, the movement, none of it looked human. If you think camping with your son is always peaceful, this story will change your mind. Standing near the woods, the father suddenly saw a dark shape slide between the trees, as if avoiding being seen. He raised his camera and captured a few seconds before both panicked and packed up to leave the park that same night. He later uploaded the clip, hoping someone could identify the creature. Even after brightening, zooming, and stabilizing the footage, all it showed was a two-legged figure moving between the trees, still too blurry for answers. Even so, people familiar with Salt Fork sightings agreed on one thing. This forest has been known for giant mysterious figures for decades. Some moments last only a few seconds, but they're enough to change someone's belief forever. On a winding Utah forest road, two men suddenly saw a massive figure standing among the trees. Too big, too dark, too wrong to be a bear or anything they knew. It vanished the moment they reversed the car. When they investigated, they found a footprint stretching nearly 6 feet. 72 inches, right, Brody? One of them said. Another print was fainter but pressed so deeply the vegetation underneath was still crushed. One print measured nearly 19 inches long and over 8 inches wide, the biggest they had ever seen. As they recorded the area, one man showed the stormy surroundings and said, "This place is really squatchy, damp, soft ground, tons of food, elderberries, Oregon grapes, wild berries, huckleberries. With a massive stride of 72 inches, they were convinced this was the same creature they had seen earlier that day. Fog already makes forests terrifying, but this time, it hid something even bigger. Walking through the mist-covered woods of Washington, a man noticed a strange shape moving ahead. He steadied his camera and filmed as the creature walked slowly before fading into the fog. Viewers said the thick mist distorted sound and visibility, perfect for a large creature to stay hidden. Some insisted the filmer was extremely close, while others believed the clip was zoomed in to the limit. Either way, the silhouette left everyone uneasy. Japan isn't only about spirits and legends. They also have Hagen, their own version of Bigfoot. A mysterious video surfaced, seemingly from a paranormal channel. No one knows who filmed it or what show it belonged to. Yet the footage was so clear that many called it the sharpest Bigfoot-style clip since the 1967 Patterson-Gimlin film. Whether real or staged, viewers were stunned by how natural the movements looked. And like all Japanese mysteries, it ended with one question. If it's not Bigfoot, then what is it? Do you believe fear can come from sound alone? Residents at Sunchild Reserve do, because every spring, at 3 a.m., strange howls echo from deep inside the forest. They're long, resonant, and unlike any known animal, some say wolf, others say lynx, but most insist, no, this is something else. Reports from the 1970s documented odd footprints in the same area. Now many believe the creature has returned. Nobody sees it, everyone hears it. And that's enough to keep an entire community awake. Not everyone wants to review their forest cameras, because sometimes you see things you weren't prepared for. In 2019, a man checked his footage and found a tall, dark figure standing beside a tree. It was around 6 to 7 feet tall, motionless, as if watching something. When investigators brightened and enhanced the image, something strange appeared. No snout like a bear, arms longer than normal, a fully upright body but far too large to be human. No animal in the region matched that shape. That's why many Bigfoot researchers call this one of the most valuable images ever, because cameras don't invent creatures. Mount St. Helens has been linked to Bigfoot legends for decades, and 2 hikers may have added a new chapter. They saw a large figure moving slowly through a field and thought it was a bear. But their photo revealed something walking on 2 legs, slightly hunched, completely unconcerned about humans. When zoomed in, the face looked surprisingly human, covered with thin gray fur, with the weary look of something old. Skeptics called it fake, but others pointed out that strange bones had been reported in the 70s and 80s, and in 1924 miners claimed they were attacked by ape-like creatures. If any of that is true, then seeing an elderly Bigfoot in the area isn't impossible at all. Trail cams often capture what humans miss, and the photo from October 7, 2025 is a perfect example. A hidden camera snapped a dark figure stepping through brush. Experts noticed something odd. The heel lifted unusually high, a walking style perfect for deep snow or thick vegetation, something humans struggle to imitate if they're faking it. The photo remains debated because the source is unclear. But for Bigfoot researchers, every trail cam clue is priceless, because the deep forest doesn't lie. Finally, let's look at a video that was once mocked, but later viewed with completely different eyes, the 2018 Oregon clip. The uploader was laughed at online, accused of faking it for views. But years later, when the footage resurfaced, viewers began examining it more closely. They noticed arms that were too long to be human, a height that didn't make sense, and most of all, the genuine fear in the voices of the people filming. The strange thing is, the more people watched it, the more the scene felt not fake at all. And if Bigfoot really does appear in the forests of Oregon, then that kind of panic would make perfect sense. If you still think Bigfoot is fake after all this, take another look at what the camera just showed us. Which clip do you think is the most real? Leave a comment below, and subscribe now to see more chilling evidence of legendary creatures.